Hey guys, I think it's working now. Hey, how's it going? This is Ray Weiss over here from Conflict Simulations LLC, and I just wanted to show off our newest game, Civil Power by Brian Train. I'm really excited because it's the first game, not designed by me, that we're publishing, and Brian Train, is a great publisher, designed a whole bunch of great games for a whole bunch of different publishers, usually really interesting asymmetrical different types of games, and this game is no exception. This game covers riots, civil disorder, uprisings. It's a really unique game that throws a lot of wargaming conventions on its head in some ways. There's one of my favorite parts of the game is that there's something called an engagement level, whereas the police, if they raise their engagement level, they're able to use more lethal force and get more victory points. But one really interesting part is if they raise their engagement level too high, then they only get a marginal victory no matter how many points they rack up. And there's an interesting push and pull between, trying to force as many kills and as wounded inactions as you can on the enemy, but while maintaining I guess, enough political correctness not to actually win the narrative. It's a really brilliant game, and I'll just give a quick overview of the different components. So, we finished this game around 2019, and the Hong Kong and French riots were happening at that time, so we included scenarios for those. But one of the coolest things about this game is that there are really extensive options for designing your own scenarios. And scenarios are already included from everything from Warsaw 1944, the Gaza Strip, Rodney King riots, gang warfare in the 50s, and like I said, the Hong Kong demonstrations, along with the French Yellow Vest demonstrations. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can choose to do with this. It's not only a game in itself, but I bet a whole bunch of people are going to come up with a whole bunch of really interesting scenarios. So just to give a quick overview of some of the mechanics, there's basic shot combat, which is when two of these pieces are in the same location at once. It's sort of like a medieval, bang the hell out of each other. And whoever loses morale, they're usually eliminated. Or otherwise, you'll see these 2W or K or W results. That's what I was mentioning earlier, the killed or wounded in action results, which will later on determine the scope of victory for either side. You'll also notice here that there's specialized weapons such as Molotov cocktails, grenades. Everything is included, from agitators, gas, tanks, snipers, fires, barricades, trucks, SWAT. It's really a crazy sandbox. And so, just to give a quick overview of the sequence of play, it's really simple. There's a mutual gas and fire check phase, and by fire that means like natural fire, not people firing at each other. I mean, where's a fire marker? Here we go. Fires can be broken out and throw stuff on fire during different scenarios, like that squat. So there's a phase for checking that along with gas, then fire combat, followed by a movement phase, shot combat, and suppression recovery. Suppression is basically, your basic disruption or disordered status for units in the game. And I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it, but just to give you a quick look and overview, this is the setup of the Hong Kong scenario. There's a sniper in a rooftop of this posh hotel. Barricades are set up, keeping the mob inside. Those units with the one guy on them are agitator units. The counters with the three guys on them are untrained crowd units. There's the 0 ones are untrained crowd. The ones with the 1 are, I don't know what you'd call them, a trained crowd. There's a whole different type of, there's different types of units for each scenario. You can basically use this to create any type of situation you want, from futuristic cyberpunk violence to actual historical episodes of civil strife. So again, this is Civil Power by Brian Train. It's published by us at Conflict Simulations LLC. I'm really, really excited about this. When you buy the game, you get the box, these 3-player aids, the rules, 140 counters, and everything you need to play except the 6-sided die, which, most of you should have. But again, my name's Ray Weiss. I run Conflict Simulations LLC. You can give us a Google to find out more about Civil Power. It's www.consimsltd.com. Thanks again. I'm Ray Weiss. This is Civil Power by Brian Train. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.